One, two, three, family! Everybody, it's Nick Martinez and you're watching Friday Night Lights. Let's go, baby, this time Springs Bowl!
I appreciate that, Nick. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights here on NBC Palm Springs. That's Tali Latoy. I'm Tim O'Brien. Our buddy Gil Rutenberg. Got to take care of some business. Yeah. But as always, General Manager of Honda the Desert, we hear you. He's still very much a part of this program tonight. Remember, we're more than just highlights, so be sure to join us for the next couple weeks. Winding down already.
One more after this one.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, at 11 o'clock here on NBC Palm Springs. Now, what makes this show special is every week, our buddy Gil Rutenberg, he likes to give away money.
He does.
Yes, he
so
does.
Nice.
He and Honda the Desert give away $250 to the players of the week from an offensive player and a defensive player on a team that usually wins. I don't know that we've ever given it to a losing team. Maybe a close game, but nonetheless, this week it was time to show off the Rancho Mirage Rattlers. They were 3-0 at this moment in time in league play. Of course, we had to give them their time again to shine. Take a look at this.
Mason, where you at? $250 Defensive Player of the Week. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
How many can you do?
I'm not sure.
All right, well, it doesn't matter how many you can do. Whatever you do, I'm going to do one more. Okay. So, you guys going to cheer him on, all right? Coach, is he going to crack 60? It was like 62 and a half. I did that. Whatever you did, I was going to do one more. So, here we go. One more. All right, good job. Hey, Edward. Edward! Mason, that's yours. Edward, $250. You want to do push-ups?
I think I did that.
Who's good with the push-ups?
Mason did it for me.
All right. Hey, Edward, what are you going to do with the money?
Save it.
Save it?
Save it for college.
All right, what are you going to do with college? Don't tell nobody. It's a secret. How about you? What are you going to do with the money?
Yeah, probably save it.
Save it?
Go out to dinner.
All right.
Dinner or something.
Where are you going to go to dinner?
Like Kobe's Steakhouse.
Kobe's Steakhouse. You said you guys are all invited.
I love that.
It's the best.
Yeah, but the push-ups thing, the one more, never gets old. Never gets
Think
old.
about 250 now. This I'd take 250. Imagine what that's like at 16,
Hey,
17
I'll take it any other day.
no kidding.
But let's stick to some DEL action, Tim. League play heating up across the valley, as we know. Over in Indio, the Shadow Hills Knights, well, they were hosting the Palm Desert Aztecs. Now, both of them wanting to bounce back from losses last week. Shadow still needing their first league of the season, though. However, the Knights, they were itching to get things started really quick. Take a look at this. They had to keep their foot on the gas. That's Trey Hollis connecting with Pedro Trujillo in the end zone, just surrounded by Aztecs, but that's good for the Tud. Now, that would give them the narrow lead over the Aztecs, and they were not looking to let that go. But from that point on, it would be hard for either side to get on the board. Trey Hollis looking, can't find anyone. That's Woody Wilson for the Aztecs, bringing him down behind the line. A tough day out there with the defenses out there. AJ Rivera, now he's dumping it off to number 2. You know number 2, Dawson Johnson, who does it all on the field. He'll move the ball up. Right now, where he's brought down, that's not good enough for a first down, but you know what? They get it on the very next one. Let's take a look at Rivera. Who is he looking for? Let's get it in the air, he says. Number 1 downfield, that's Daniel Yee. Yeehaw, you know what I'm saying? For the big grab and pull down between 2 defenders, they wouldn't be able to convert against the Knights defense. Second half, Aztecs would get revenge. Take a look at that big pick by Miles Burdett. Like I told you, the defenses on both sides were just really heating up. But it was a Knights game tonight because it's not how you start, it's how you finish. The final in this one, big game, 34-21, ended on a big pick by Jeremiah Peffers.
Now, I saw Michael Walsh, their athletic director for Shadow Hills, post a picture saying history. Was it the first time Shadow ever beat Palm Desert? We have to find out if that was the case tonight.
That's insane, too,
to
just think about.
We'll have to call him after this.
Well, guys, we're just getting started here on Friday Night Lights. The Palm Springs Indians, they hosted the Xavier Prep Saints, 2 teams trying to climb in the DEL standings. 4 quarters just wasn't enough, though, for this DEL matchup. Those highlights after the break.
Plus, the mighty Arabs hit the road tonight. They went on the road to Cathedral City to try and tame the Lions. Could they? We're going to find out coming up. All right, welcome Welcome back. We mentioned before the break, Coachella Valley trying to keep pace in the Desert Valley League with the top dog, the Yucca Valley Trojans, who they did beat, but it's not over just yet. The Mighty Arabs were in Cathedral City tonight. Let's get right into the action. It was late in the first quarter. Lions quarterback Christian Crendenton loses a grip of the ball. This was after a 15-minute delay trying to sort out personal foul penalties. CV recovers. It was all of the Mighty Arabs from that point on. Here's Aaron Ramirez. You may have heard of him from 30-plus yards out. Makes a few moves. Bang, jukes into the end zone, takes it home. It's his home away from home this season. And the Mighty Arabs go up rather large in the first quarter. In the second quarter now, it's Ivan Camargo, his turn with the rock, puts his head down and just plows through a defender from Cathedral City. That's a textbook running south downhill. Mighty Arabs driving, and it's Miguel Rodriguez this time who receives the pass, turns on the Jets, nice little block, and scores. There was a flag on this play, but it was picked up, ended up being a Michael Rodriguez touchdown for the Mighty Arabs. Before the first half would end, it's Aaron Ramirez, who has himself another night, finds the end zone, and at that point it was 49-0 Coachella Valley at the half. They would go on to win big tonight, 52-8. Coachella Valley now will close out the regular season and league play next week against the Indio Rajas.
That's the bell game.
Yeah, that's right.
Goalless rivalry
Yes.
out here. Well, now to Ralph Watts Stadium we go. Let's just keep it going. Just down Ramon Road, the Palm Springs Indians looking to keep up the momentum from last week, their first league win, but they have a tough opponent tonight, the Xavier Prep Saints. But with 2 weeks left, it's time to buckle down and work, and that's exactly what the Indians were intending to do. Hard to stop the run. We know the guys in the backfield, the Indians' backfield, Jordan Johnson, just keeping things moving for them, getting chased out there. But the Indians were looking to score. Bishop Miller looking, oh, look at that, a favorite target we know and say a lot here. That's Koa Rapola. What a beautiful catch, dragging the Saints. Connor Davis with him. Indians get on the board first. They go up 7-0. Now Saints have to work to get it back, and work they will. 2 stars over here in the secondary. That's Braden Cervello and Jesus Passos, and that's an interception. Cervello knows it, points it, tell the ref exactly what it is. Very next play, that's Joey B. Joe Barry in the air. That's Braden Cervello. A big game, but it wouldn't go the Saints' way tonight. 14-14 after 4 quarters. Free football, but ends in heartbreak for the Saints. They fall 20-14 to the Indians.
Wow.
Tough.
Yeah, it's a big surprise.
I
I don't know that anybody had that, but good for Coach Gorey. He said they had to win out the rest of the way if they wanted to be where they wanted to be. So, hey, any given Friday, right? You have to play it on between the lines. Still to come, though, here on Friday Night Lights, it's the game of the week. We just saw Xavier Prep lose to Palm Springs, so all Rancho Mirage had to do was win over the La Quinta Blackhawks in order to secure the DEL title, the first one in 7 years. We're going to find out whether or not that happens next.
Well, welcome back to Friday Night Lights. Game of the week, Tim.
Yeah.
Best time.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Usually the best game, you'd say, too?
Yeah, I would have to say that. It was a battle in the Desert Empire League, all teams giving it their all, but the Rancho Mirage Rattlers, well, they're looking to remain perfect in their league record, and if they won, Tim, they'd go away with the DEL title against a tough La Quinta Blackhawks team, but let's take a look at these highlights. Rancho Mirage wastes no time. Yanni Padilla looking deep downfield. Edward Johnson, senior year for him. Congrats to this big boy play right there. I thought that was good, but he takes it down, gets tackled right there, and that's good to the 1 yard line for the big gain. But they're still going to have to do some work, and that's no problem for them, right? They're just going to punch it on in. Let's see who it is. Padilla handoff to Jeremiah Williams. Now that is good for the Tud. Puts the arms up. Rattlers strike first. The kick is good. They go up 7-0. Now La Quinta, they need to answer. Looking to keep things quick like they did last week, but that was the Rattlers defense that stops them right in their tracks. That's a forced fumble as well, and Rancho Mirage, well, they recover it right there. And they wouldn't be able to score on that drive. Second quarter action, La Quinta wakes up, hands off to Steven Perez. That ties it up at 7 apiece, but they're looking to keep it going, right? They want to keep it going. Let's take the lead now for La Quinta. Well, let's take a look. Rancho said enough was enough. Yanni Padilla with the fake handoff to clear the way for him with the go-ahead TD. This is tied up now, 14-14. Fourth quarter action, though. This is a fourth quarter team. Jeremiah Williams, 2-5, yet again getting into the end zone, and he'll do it once more after that. The Rattlers, they go on to win this one, Tim, 27-14, and you know what that means. They clinch the DEL league title.
Good for them. Good for them, right?
Yeah.
They weren't necessarily up on high on the radar. I had Xavier prep personally.
Yeah.
But hey, that's like I said, you got to play the game. Big fan of the baby blue pants, by the way.
I know. It looks really good together.
Awesome color scheme. Well, again, great win for the Rattlers, of course, behind head coach Matthews. We had a chance to catch up with the winning coach after the game.
Well, it's been, I think, 7 years since we've been able to put a number on a banner. It's been a long time coming. I'm just extremely proud of our kids, our discipline. We've changed a lot of bad habits that we had at the beginning of the year to even allow us an opportunity to be in this position. Well, we had a lot of penalties in the first half and just miss opportunities on passes, on snaps, and just self-inflicting wounds that we didn't really have in the second half. And hats off to our guys, our kids that come back in the second half and say, hey, we're going to do something different.
It's awesome. Good leader, great coach right there. Happy for them. Congrats again to Rancho Mirage. Still to come here on Friday Night Lights. If you missed last night, Indio and Banning from the Thursday Night Lights, we've got you covered coming up.
And plus, more than highlights here, but we're also shining a bright light on the father-son duo of the sideline bosses over at Desert Hot Springs High School. And it's such a historic season for their program. We'll catch up with those two coming after this.
Again this week, has been the case multiple times this season. It was a DVL action between the Indio Rajas and the Banning Broncos. Let's get right into that, and off we go. It was the battle of the defenses in the first half. Literally, after the coin toss, shake hands, how you doing? Take your own sides. It's Banning quarterback, that's Jacob Anzaldua, picked off by Steven Martinez. Short little return, goes down onto the knee, all good. Don't worry though, Banning then returns the favor. That's Jamari Garlington with the interception for Banning. And then Indio says, no, we're going to take defensive reins back with an interception by Jeremy Shirley. Ball up in the air, nice little diving catch. Indio ball. Now it's time for some touchdowns. Indio's Abraham Acuna turns it up a notch and kicks it to the outside and finds his way into the end zone, stays on his feet. Touchdown, Rajas. Now their running game next level in the second half. This time it's Pedro Almeida who opens up the lead even more. High knees, two-stepping, banging down the sideline. Hey, there's Tali, we know her. Touchdown, Indio. The Broncos, though, didn't go away quietly. It's Anzaldua airing it out to Tyler Pullen, who takes it in for another 6. Great catch, in stride, nice throw. Broncos close the gap, but the Rajas would run away with it. Literally, it's Abraham Acuna again for another touchdown. It was a big night for the junior running back. The Rajas go on to win 28-6. They'll finish the bell game next week against Coachella Valley, and the Rajas don't look now. They've won 4 out of their last 5 games.
I know, isn't that insane?
Yeah, crazy. Good for them.
I know. Well, DHS, there's a sideline boss that we know, Roy Provost, Coach Roy Provost, the head coach. But there's a connection with JV and varsity, Tim, and it's not just a pipeline from when they get into upperclassmen with their talent, right? Well, it's Coach Provost and his son, Michael Provost, who coaches alongside of him and is the head coach for the JV team. Well, they work in unity, and I got to catch up with them about their special bond, not only with each other, but with their team.
Coach Roy Provost, I'm the head football coach for Desert Hot Springs High School.
Coach Michael Provost, head coach for JV and offensive coordinator for varsity.
Guys, don't just share working at the same place, you guys share the last name. I mean, just tell me how this came about, the father-son duo, to be out here and be able to, both be coaching as well.
It originally started in his first year out of high school. He started coaching here when I was the defensive coordinator here. He just stepped right out of high school and started coaching. Obviously, he's been a coach's son for his whole life. I actually started coaching him in kindergarten. So he's been in that household the whole time, learning the ins and outs. And he did a really good job his first year, and then the rest is history.
Oh, it's a blessing in disguise. I always wonder about playing at COD maybe, but I'm super glad to be here and change guys' lives and be under his wing. He taught me a lot.
A lot of guys have that father-son, coach-player, but now you guys have a coach. You're not under him, you're, alongside him. I mean, what does that mean to you guys to have that?
It's awesome. It means a lot. I try and allow our coaches to be productive coaches and not just stand around. So I let them have the freedom of coaching their guys up. I try not to micromanage guys a lot, and I'll usually tell him, hey, tell these guys this, and he'll relay that. So I'm just kind of grooming him to be a better coach.
Into coaching styles, everyone's different. Do you think that you're also, taking what he does and kind of putting your own twist on it? And
sometimes I do. I get my freedom with the quarterbacks, like you said. So I'll add some things and I'll go by it with him, and he'll agree with it. If not, then we'll just change it around to where we're both happy.
This team, there's so much discipline, but there's also a lot of love. Can you just tell me how your relationship with your son, just basically goes from there and, is reflected onto the football field?
Yeah, it spills over, right? They see the relationship and the love we have for each other, and in turn that goes to them. We've been with these guys since February, starting out here and getting to know each other and just on a personal level, and really focusing on how do we bond as a team, as a family, and it's really grown.
And that's the best part, is that he's always been like that with me, is that it was never just about football, it was always about everything outside of football too. So it brings everything together, and I'm very lucky to be able to bring it to the kids.
Family on me, family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family!
Family on me, family on 3. I love Coach Provost, man.
I know.
It's one of the good ones.
And once you talk to both of them, I just love it all around. And he's also the reason why Messiah took QB.
Well, it worked out for them, to say the least. Let's go ahead and take a look at the full scoreboard from across the Desert Empire. Rancho over La Quinta. Palm Springs with the big win over Xavier Prep. Upset, to say the least. Shadow Hills making history tonight over Palm Desert.
And here's the DVL right there. Coachella Valley with the big win over Cathedral City. 28-6 for Banning. And then Desert Hot Springs also with the win tonight in Yucca Valley, looking to run away with the DVL title.
Big wins all across the board. 1 week left of league play in the regular season, believe it or not. But we'll be back here same time, same place next week. That's Tali Latoy. I'm Tim O'Brien. We'll see you next week.